welcome to Smart Money. I'm your host, Ibrahim Sani. Today, we look at the 19th World Festival of Youth and Students, this year organized by the Russians. It will be held in the lovely city of Sochi in the middle of this October. Here to discuss this with me and more is the press attaché of the Embassy of Russia in Malaysia, Mr. Maxim Salnikov. How are you, Maxim?
Yeah, quite well. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Thank you for inviting us. So let's talk about the festival. What is this festival all about?
Actually, the main goal of this festival is to bring together the youth and students from all over the world, from many countries. You can imagine that there are about 700,000 students in Russia and about 150 million students all over the world. So we will bring them to the Sochi to have a place where they can discuss, interact, exchange knowledge and their lifestyle, so to keep them together.
What are the key highlights of this year's event at the festival?
Okay, of course, the key highlights would be the main activities that we'll have there. It will both include the discussions on a whole range of themes, starting from the climate change, education challenges that the modern youth overcomes, as well as whatever they have in common, and also some sporting events.
What are the kind of countries that will be participating in this? Will it be predominantly European countries, or it's going to be a global kind of personality here?
Since the beginning of this festival, it has always been a global event. So Russia this year invites all the countries that are participants of the United Nations. And so we will hope that as many as possible youth from all over the world will come to join us.
Okay, while this is called the 19th festival, it's not every year that we see it happening. Let's talk about the history of this festival. What can we expect what can we understand from the history of it?
Well, this festival has quite a long and deep history that intervenes with the history of the humankind, I should say. The first festival took place in 1947 in then Czechoslovakia, in the city of Prague. So since then it was evolving and developing, bringing more participants. Russia is the third time that our country hosting this huge event. The previous two was in Soviet Union. First one back in 1950s, the second one in 1987.
Of course, these are a time when the world was looking slightly different than it is today. And with this in mind, what would be the key objectives that we can take away from this festival? We understand that the youth will be meeting at this festival. What are the objectives of having this, the 2 or 3 key takeaways for those who attend this festival?
Actually, the main objective that going through the whole festival since the beginning, of course, first of all, it's to promote the cooperation among youth and to manifest against war, to promote understanding and all that good that we have in this human world.
Of course, when you say that we need to talk a little bit more about overcoming the issues of war, the issues of escalating tensions, the issue of countries not talking to each other, simply put. How do you think that this festival can actually address these, tough issues? Do you think that there will be an opportunity for these students and youth to be agents of change for these countries to take notice?
Yeah. You are right. The thing is that, of course, each youth, each young man is a promoter of the better future. So to say. So we'll try to bring them together and to discuss the issues that disturb them the most, the challenges that they face in the modern life, in the youth ages. So we hope that by finding common solutions, by having experience in cooperation with each other, of course we'll bring them together and bring together the countries that they represent.
A quick check on the website, basically we will see some cultural events, some sporting events. What are the key highlights for these kind of sub-themes in this festival?
Concerning the sub-themes, I can say that we will provide the events that would be to each and everyone liking. So in terms of sport events, there would be some football activities, also extreme sports showcases. There would be the eco runs, as well as so-called ready for labor and defense activity. So in terms of it can give the opportunity to each youth to show his strength, his agility, and his readiness to defend his own homeland and just the peace in this world in general.
All right, we'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll talk more about the festival in Sochi. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Welcome back to Smart Money. I'm your host, Ibrahim Sani. We're in the middle of a conversation to speak about the 19th World Festival of Youth and Students. And joining me is the press attaché of the Russian Embassy here in Malaysia, Maxim Salnikov. Maxim, where we left off is that we spoke about the festival itself, what was the objectives of it. I'm trying to see the relevance of this festival with the Malaysians. How can Malaysians connect better if they attend this festival?
No. For your information, I just would like to say that there are already more than 50 young Malaysians that registered to participate in this festival. So for us, we think that it's quite a number. And what we like the most is the interest that they show in coming to our Russia. The main objective for them, of course, is to come and discuss what they have here in Malaysia. So to exchange their experience, the problems that they face, and also to propose some agenda that they are interested in. Mm-hmm. So the more participants we bring, actually the wider scale and the more
the more interactive. Yeah, that would be great. Of these 50 or so individuals that have signed up, how are they coming? From what industries or sectors do they come in? Are they in the education sector? Are they professionals, young professionals? Where are they coming from?
Most of them are young professionals from different states of Malaysia. So far I know that there are representatives of the young parliament of Malaysia. Also there are the beginning professionals from actually every field of our modern life. So for them, I think it's a good opportunity, and we'll have the chance to welcome them there.
What about the other ASEAN countries? I mean, of course, Southeast Asia is in a very interesting place. Large powers that be China, Russia, America, is always trying to see what value they can bring out of Southeast Asian countries. Do you think that other Southeast Asian countries are going to find this festival a little bit more interesting to attend?
Yeah, that's for sure. This festival will have some interesting things for each and everyone, including the Southeast Asia. The point is that it's a good chance for the people from this, so to say, distant region from our country to come and get the in-depth experience and to see the culture and the history of our country from the inside. So for them, it's a good opportunity just to broaden their mind and to see something new.
If a viewer is watching this TV show right now, how do they get in touch with the organizers? How can they learn more about this particular event? Can they reach out to the embassy?
Yes, sure. They can reach out to the embassy for the more information about the event. Also, the festival has its own official website. They can search and get all the information, details how they can register. Actually, the register is open, so there is basically no limitations for the number of people that can apply. So everyone who is ready to go.
Is there a fee to join this festival? Other than the plane ticket to Sochi, which is going to be quite steep.
No, there is no fee. It's just so the main challenge is to get the ticket, I guess. Yeah. If you can call it that way. So if you have the ticket, that's all. They will provide the accommodation. There will be a bunch of volunteers ready to help you and to bring you from the airport to the hotel and to tell you everything about the events that will held and provide you all necessary information. So.
All right, Maxim, thank you very much. I've been speaking to Maxim Salnikov, the press attaché of the Embassy of Russia in Malaysia. That wraps up this edition of Smart Money. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at 501 Awani. Download our app and from the Google Play and the Apple App Store. I'm Ibrahim Sani. Thanks for watching and goodbye.